Okay, I have in here a 14 pounds turkey, and what I did was I disinfect my sink, and I using this plastic. I always use this to wash and seasoning the meat and poultries. So you gotta disinfect it before and after you cooking any or you messing with any poultry. So we're going to open this turkey. And some turkey, I'm showing this part because that's the first time you're going to make a turkey. I don't want you to happen to you the same, this thing happened to my friend, because she cooked the whole turkey with the with the stuff inside. For example, in here is the neck. Some turkey bring that, some turkey don't. You also have to check the side or the hole from the upper part. Sometimes they bring the stuff like you see here is a package of the liver and heart and all this stuff. So you make sure you wash them. You wash this big bird real good. And I'm gonna cut this extra skin. Some people don't cut it because they think it's meat and but it's up to you if you want to cut it. I'm going to cut mine. And make sure you wash them real good inside. I'm going to open the legs, and then I'm going to cut any extra fat you see around. I'm going to squeeze some lemon. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I have it, and then I'm just going to squeeze a lemon. And I'm going to put the ingredients in the description box below because I had some problem with when I was putting the ingredients. So I'm just going to put the amount and the ingredient I used to season the turkey, okay? Okay, now the turkey is clean and we're going to put the ingredients together. Okay, I have in here, I'm using seasoning salt. This is from Lawry's brand. That's the brand name I like. But seasoning salt, you can use any seasoning you like or salt. And because my turkey is 14 pounds, I'm going to use 14 teaspoons. Okay? If you think that's too much salt, you can use less. But for me, it was perfect because this is 14-pound turkey and we're going to season it outside and inside. And I have in here 1/4 cup of softened butter. I'm using this the salted. You can use unsalted, whatever you had available, and make sure it's soft. And then I mash 14 cloves. I've used this. You can use a crusher, garlic crusher, or you can use this thing in here. We call it en mortero. And to that mix, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of cumin and 1 teaspoon of oregano. Okay. Now I have in here, what we're going to do is, I'm using gloves, or you can use bare hands, but make sure you wash them real good. And we're going to lift carefully the skin. You can use your fingers or you can use a spatula. Try not to use a knife because you can cut through the skin and you can break the skin. So we're going to start by rubbing the butter first. And remember, the butter have the oregano, cumin, and the garlic. And I didn't show the part when I was putting the mofongo, but I'm going to explain you a little bit about that later. And then make sure you cover every single part. You're going to give them like a massage. Now you're going to put the seasoning, and you're going to use all the seasoning in here. You can save this leftover and nothing because it's already, you already put the hand in there. We're going to put this in a plastic bag, any container, and we're going to leave this 24 hours until the next day, okay? You're going to put it in the refrigerator and leave it 24 hours after you season it. Now it's time to make the mofongo. I have 3 green plantain, which we're going to remove the skin and we're going to cut it in pieces. We're going to boil, after you cut this, we're going to boil this plantain for approximately, I'm going to say probably 10 minutes or until the plantain are soft. You have to option. You can boil it with water until it's soft, or you can fry them. If you're going to fry them, you're going to put them in medium. When the oil is hot, then you're going to place them in there until it's completely cooked. Okay? And like I was saying, I didn't show the part when I stuffed the turkey, but after it's done, after you see all the proceeds I'm going to show you in here, you're just going to put this or the mix inside the turkey. It's simple. Okay, we're going to boil this and I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm boiling this. I'm going to start boiling this. Okay, in here I have a bowl. I'm going to put this in a bowl, and if you're boiling, you're going to reserve some of the water because you're going to mash it with some water. If you fry them, and then you're just going to put it in there. You don't need to put no oil, no nothing, okay? And because I don't have too much water left over, I'm just going to put the whole thing. You see? This is the water I have. And I'm going to mash this with a little bit butter. But you don't have to add butter if you fry the plantains. After you make all this, you're going to let it cool down a little bit, and then you're going to stuff your turkey. You're going to put the whole thing inside. So I'm cutting an onion. Just give a nice flavor to the mofongo. And then I'm going to mash them with 2 tablespoons of butter. And you have to mash that when the plantain is still hot because it's easy. As you see, I'm using a potato masher. You can use a fork, whatever you had available to mash. And then I'm going to adjust a little bit salt because remember, the turkey already has salt and that's going to go inside the turkey. Now it's time to add the butter. And also black pepper. And in here I have a saucepan. I'm just going to add just a little bit the oil to saute the onions for 3 to 4 minutes or until the onions are translucent. Now we're going to add the onions inside this container with the mofongo add and mix it up. This part is optional. You don't have to do it if you don't want to eat some pork. You don't have to do that part. But I'm going to use some pork crackling. And I'm just going to shred it with this thing. You can put it in the food processor. Or you can leave it out if you don't eat pork, okay? So if you're done, if you don't want to add it, just stuff your turkey with the mofongo. It's not, after you mash them, going to add it in there and mix that up. You're going to add the pork crackling in there, mix it up, and ready to stuff your turkey. So this fit in a 14-pound turkey, the 3 plantain mofongo, okay? Okay, here is the final result. I just put it in a turkey bag, and I put it in the oven at 350 for 3 hours. Now what I'm doing is I'm removing the mofongo, putting the mofongo on the side, and then I'm just going to shred the meat. And I guarantee you that meat is so good, so tender, no more dry turkey. People who don't like turkeys because probably they think the turkey is dry, but this turkey is very moist and it's very delicious. I guarantee you that. So we're going to remove this, going to cut it, and then I'm going to show you the final result. Here's the mofongo. And now we're going to cut it. I tried to cut it in slices, but my daughter, let me taste that skin. My daughter ending shredded because that's the way we eat a turkey. And here I have the mofongo on one side, the turkey on the other side. What I'm going to do is, you see the liquid from the I just gonna, that's optional, but I'm gonna put some of the liquid on top of my mofongo. You see, then I'm gonna cover it, and I'm going to have gonna cut the mofongo ready to, when it's ready to, waiting for my, for the people who invite to my Thanksgiving party. And then the rest of the liquid, what I'm going to do is going to go in a strainer, and I'm going to pour that on top of the turkey, because I'm going to heat it up in the in the oven, and then the turkey don't dry it up. You see, using the strainer, you can pour some of the liquid. You can taste it. If you think it's going to need more salt or something, you can adjust the salt. But mine was perfect, perfect, perfect. So I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.